Alright, what are we doing? Final Fantasy. Oh, also kill the music. Not new? Yeah, I couldn't see the name because I'm in streamer mode. It doesn't show people's names on Discord. If I have OBS open, it automatically puts me in streamer mode, which I'm okay with. I am very bad about doxing myself, and I don't want to do that to anyone else. I have been yelled at by other streamers before. Because I have a very, very poor sense of my own safety. Alright, we're back. Back here for whatever this is. This is waiting for Omega to make his next move. We're back for Omega. The final 2 raids, I believe. Well, the issue is, and this is apparently a very common problem for streamers. Your move, Omega. So apparently it's a very common problem for streamers that get to a certain level of famous. I'm not there yet, certainly. But people start stalking them and figuring out where they live and showing up at their house and stuff. Often with very bad intentions. For example, kidnapping, murder, etc., etc. I even heard about it happen to somebody from a big streaming company. Rooster Teeth. It happened to at least one person. They usually don't publicize it because they don't want people to know that something happened, or to put the idea in people's heads. But like somebody was like in someone's yard, and since I live by myself, as is well known, I'm very vulnerable to that sort of activity. Though it's also well known that I'm armed. That's one of the things kind of floating out there. Still looks cool. But yeah, so... Oh, thank you. I like them too. So, there's a chance it'll happen one of these days. Where somebody just shows up to murder me. Or kidnap me. Or to feed me cheese. Possible. I hope it's the third thing. I'll leave for the bets. Your move, Omega. To the frowny face. Oh. Isn't that Omega to our right? Why is everybody looking to the left? Bleep. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. Some lotion on my hands. My hands are so dry. I put on lotion after I showered. But my hands are so dry. Don't look! The ankles! I think it's deliberate. Kind of reminds me of Turret from Portal. You guys see that? Like if you gave a turret an eye? Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subject, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgardstormer necessitates direct and immediate analysis. I chose that outfit. When did I choose that outfit? What outfit? This outfit? It was random. I didn't choose it. Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? This is the default Mikote outfit. Beep. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Also, I gained a little weight at work. Probably just from drinking water late. I was up to 131.6. Just so you guys know. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust an old Sid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. Wait, I'm waiting. What am I waiting for? Oh, I did work out. Yeah, I worked out today. Monday, Wednesday. Exactly 100 pounds heavier. Well, I probably gained more now because I ate since then. Yeah, I ate dinner since then. I ate a taco and a salad. Mega's power might seem overwhelming. Trust no Sid. I have a fair idea of where his weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. You ate a taco and a salad? It's wild. I'm worried about the number of tacos I have. I might not finish them before I leave. I'm gonna have to start eating them for lunch too. First things first, make a few adjustments here, like so. Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? Almost have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Embigify! What do we have here? Some sort of gem, a couple stones. It's a gem, I meant gem. Wouldn't you like to know? In one single card, that makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? Right, the tools you need to even ask. We best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Alpha has a special storage pocket. You didn't know? I almost forgot. It's magical. You know, his clothing's run out of tricks. You should carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next. Now, honestly, we have no idea what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is a little faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Pixel, are you still here? I believe you have the knowledge and skills to succeed. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Need my knowledge? What knowledge do you need? Determination face. There we go. Same picture. If it's the same picture again, I'm gonna hurt you. Alright, where's the picture? Where is it? Is it in Discord? I don't see it. Oh, okay. Well, you said sending. I just thought that was like now. Okay. Alright, Jesse, should have that device. Right, Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? Alpha puts all his stuff away. See? We are running out of time, though, we need to run out soon. I'll straight back to the Roger Streets and collect my new toy. I just need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest now, in the meantime, we'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Quack, quack, quack. I've seen concerns his well-being. Do you have a feeling he wants you to follow him? Okay. Alright, what is what? You seen something? I'm not sure. What's the context? It almost looks like a soldering iron. Other side of a pen? What? That's a pen? I have no idea. And part of the pin on the other side. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's like a blanket. Or carpet, and then I see a foot. And I see some Gatorade. It's like a fancy, it must be a fancy pen. Yeah, I know. It's very confusing, Derek. I think I earned a free shot for trying to figure that out. A free shot at your head. Did you guys ever see Blazing Saddles? They're gonna be shaky there, old friend. There was a scene where the guy, says, yeah, I'm trying, let me try to remember this, from memory. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. It's like, yeah, I used to be a gunslinger. I was the fastest in the... Oh, it's like, oh yeah, I remember you. You were the fastest in the West. He goes, no, in the world. Well, what happened? Well, it got to where I started hearing reach for it or draw in my sleep. So one day I'm just walking down the street, and I hear, reach for it, mister. So I turn around and have my gun up in a second, and there's a kid standing there, just a kid. I threw my gun down in disgust and turned away. That little bastard shot me in the ass. Oh, I see. Weird. But he held up his hand. He's like, "Look, steady as a rock." Can I hold my hand? My hand up there, hand. Steady as a rock. So he says, "Yeah, but I shoot with this hand." And he's holding his. Oh, look at my hand. My hand went wild. My hand went all the way around. Did you see that? That was cool. I'm a bit shaky there, old friend. This must be the recovering robes. Here, let you out of bed today. Well, if you know what it is, why don't you need my knowledge? I studied the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu. One that's led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Prima's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega would seem as vulnerable to electrical energy. All the available evidence supports such theory. It is likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet be that as it may, I can imagine it could still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. Oh, you want to know what that is for? Letter opener? I can't tell the shape of it. Is it flat or is it round? Hole punch? Could be anything, really. We'll need to hit it with a truly... We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. My father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalibud. He invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turned out. The technology which shoveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound. And Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I don't know, maybe it's something that was supposed to hold something in the past and doesn't anymore? I have no idea. Maybe it used to be an eraser, and that part fell off, and so you had like an eraser and you could brush the thing away with it? I don't know. I fail to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. It's just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards to search for answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives. To wage war. That's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. I remember reading a story one time about a guy invented gunpowder. And he said, "Oh, it's amazing. Imagine you could clear rubble so quickly. You could mine shafts could be dug out in seconds rather than days or weeks." And he had all these like big list of things you could do. And then all the people were like, "Oh yeah, just imagine what you could do to an army with it." And he's like, "What? No. Nobody would be so heartless as to use such a device on innocent soldiers." Don't even think about it, Zelric. Oh, earbud. Oh, I thought you meant like ear canal. But no, it's ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Often, the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. That's such a weird thing on a pen. You can have the best of intentions and still cause to hurt yourself or others. It is in confronting these wounds we learn the better path, how to grasp those moments of true contentment. I suppose, but freaking out animals is not a great thing. I hate fireworks. It's too loud. What drivel? Never used to bother all this tedious introspection. Feeling our mortality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now, though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes, and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. There's a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in this world that I care about now aside from myself. Ugh, I don't understand you at all. But, I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. If you insist that your present self is that better one, then you best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Although it's hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go lie down. Before I fall over or vomit. My issue was when I had my dog, for the most part. No one's dumber than Fox. I challenge you to be dumber than me. She used to hate the fireworks, and she'd hide under my desk. Hi, Kermie. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? That too. But it's very frustrating. Like, you see my room, or there's a video of my room online, on Discord somewhere. And my desk has basically enough room for my feet. But when you put a 75-pound dog under there, there's not a lot of room left. Hey, Kermie, I hope you're doing well today. We need to run an ad. We're already late, but we should probably run the ad, right? Brushy, brushy. Yeah, we'll go run the ad. I'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I hope you get better. Stay strong, okay? I have some at work trying to get me sick as well. So, but stay strong. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, my throat's actually a little bit sore right now. I hope I'm not getting sick. I don't want to get sick before my trip. If I do get sick, I'm blaming it on that guy that's come to work sick for so much. A new thing happened? What happened? Is it possible that it's a safe account? Like, if it was a bot, why would they come back? I'm confused. Oh, they do that? It's fine. I'll get plenty of sleep tonight, okay? I won't stay up too late. For once. Oh, did we finish the ad? Is the ad done? Yeah, we're good. First Alpha, now you. Come check my progress, have you? I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with your stocking and repairing whatever it is your adventurers do, we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Yeah, I've also got to keep an eye on my phone today because there is technically a project running at mine. But they're supposed to get to a certain point and stop. The alpha's really cool. Oh, I'm sorry. We're sitting into the yawn. It's gonna make me yawn more. Post pin Discord. Yeah, I already saw it. I think. Well, you sent it to me first. Apologies to say, but I think you'll agree that Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. Oh, did Kyra want to do some more, or you just want me to do it without you? Or am I not quite there yet? I'll think of what it is. Yeah, I'll take a look later. Thank you, Zowit. This is a control module for something I'm dubbed the Omega Jammer. Allow you to generate colossal burst lightning at any point of your choosing. The Fate won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. Alright, no worries. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. You feel better. Yeah, feel better. Yeah, it's going quick. That was very quick. It's a beetle. It's a super brainy beetle. With 4 legs. I feel like I'm in front most of the time. Is that like, does everybody see themselves in front? Or is it like... Must be, right? Yeah, yeah, because they're all just kind of piled together. Miss with no. Oh, you see him use. Wait, what? Oh crap! I'm gonna die. I hit the wrong one. Alright, good luck. I wasted my ability. I didn't waste it. Oh. Oh, got that one. Did we miss one? Missed one. I didn't see where the missed one was. I got wiped. Oh, I finally hit it. I could. Ah, crap. I cannot figure out those stupid cannons. Ah, crap. Oh, it took out us both. Got it! I take it for a little bit. I also died once. I said that twice. Fishy fox. Yeah, I died twice. I got rest, it was okay. Ah, fish. You know I won't see things. I feel like I do better when I'm tanking than when I'm not tanking. Is that weird? Yeah, there's lots of cute outfits. I really like the outfits. Carol handles all those. But Carol is resting now with a headache. You guys gotta take care of yourselves. Helia! And no, don't at me. I take care of myself. I eat, I drink, I work out. My God, you've done it. You've beat Omega. We've won. Deep analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. Bleep, bloop. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Mythgard Sommer, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function that I cannot detect. My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. Yep, indomitable. Can't keep me down. No cage can hold me. What in the rift? I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Wait, there's nothing outside this rift but empty space. We cast out into the void. Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. You wouldn't dare! Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. Leap, ending communications. Well, here we are. In the void. Alone. Well, the three of us. We're being drawn away. Run, Kaylee, run! No! The universe as we know it. Multiple galaxies. We're in space. Remember Portal 2? We're in space. But we're alone. The interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Entering dormant mode. Missing automated memory scan. Our voyage to the stars has taken us far and wide. Oh. Data file. Target Midgard Summer. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct life forms detected in close vicinity of target. Irrelevant. Sir indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. Data file. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. Data file. Asteroid belt cleared. Repairing damage and continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and falling. Welcome back, Pixels. Did you do it? Did you achieve the impossible? Fluffy butt. Data file. Signal from lost. Local interference suspected. Attempting to re-establish contact. Failure. Small steps are the only way to start. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Data file. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Creep assessment. I am an evolving weapon construct. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. What'd you trip over? Data file. Data file. Data file. Friend. Friend. Enemy. Alpha. An abject failure. I erased his memory and planted a compulsion to return to me. Database, database, living in the database. What? Oh. As the madness of the system grows. Data file. Damage, repairing. Damage, repairing. 33%. 33.333, repeating of course, percent chance of failure. Data file. Passing frozen star. Passing barren star. Passing vortex star. Passing dying star. Operating on minimum energy. No signal detected. No response to bleep. Friend. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. I'm start telling that to people. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Data file. Target lost. Last known coordinates recorded on planet. He's a wise older man. Actually, I would assume he's older because he has white hair. But he still has white hair, and I don't think she's older. I mean, she is, but she's the good kind of older. Alpha, your homing instinct is functioning as designed. Yeah, see? Courage, Pixels. Courage. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. You invited her, you played Fortnite with her, you had fun, right? Did she have fun? You're doing it. You're doing it. Evidence suggests your fellow Alpha Group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable, but there is a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Such protestations are wasted energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Work! We're here! The card! He used the card to save us! Leap intrusion detected. Our thanks, Alpha. That was some marathon. We'll take it from here. Now, who was saying our feathered companion here is obsolete? Rage! He put his tools to work even as the rift began to collapse, shrank us down, and turned us invisible, all so he could bring you a little surprise. Brandon Fox! Am I still angry? Uh-oh. Kinda. Okay, there we go. Anniversary Dress Fox. I got a commendation even though I died. That's weird. But you had to keep it quiet or you realized we survived. You had to trust that we were still clinging on even as we ran through that endless freezing void. You wanted to test us, Omega. Well, get to testing. So let the experiment begin. Fight me! Blip. Illogical. Alpha had no reason to take such action. How do you continue to defy my projections? We have a lot of outfits. That we do. bleep, error, bleep, error, bleep, error. Insufficient data. Adjusting experiment protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have answers. I'm a fox filled with rage. Silver Surfer! Oh no, he's hot. Fighting in this form should provide me with a new level of understanding. Insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. You like that? We'll show you how weaklings fight. I'm not in the mood for compromise. Acknowledged. I do not practice restraint. The more I learn from you, the stronger I will become. I stole that from somewhere, and I have no idea where. I don't know where that's from. Oh, I like Griffith. Closer the distant stars will grow. The closer the distant stars will grow. What? Well, I mean, yeah, up until that point. I mean, he was great until that. Missing final experiment. Testing will continue until I unlock the nature of your anomalous strength. Average wait time, 6 minutes. Can I do it with a party of NPCs? I'm barely high enough item level for this. Alright, let's look at what Zelric linked while we're here. Wrong button. What is Zelric link? Weird. $2. $100 for $3. What? Or is that $2 each? Oh, it's $2 each. I'm stupid. I was about to say 100 pence for $2. I'll do that. I've got a healer now. Are they short on DPS? It's kind of weird. Also, did I say anything to that thing? Let's see, chicken tenders. I'll be out of town, Pixels. I'll be out of town, so probably not. Actually, there may be plans, I just don't know what they are. So my goal is to get to my destination. That's my whole plan. I'm gonna get to my destination. Everything else is on the family I'm staying with. Somebody said that in chat. I was just looking at the chat. The game chat. I think I have that game. It's pretty good. I haven't played it much. Oh yeah, I was very tempted by some food I saw someone make. It's they made like meatballs. Looked very good. Smelled very good. Very tempting. Well, it's very late for you. You should probably be asleep. Also, I saw free food at work and passed up on it. But by the time I found it, it was already kind of old and crusty. So I don't want to eat it. I mean, they had pita bread that I probably could have grabbed and it probably would have been fine. But I don't want to risk it. Plus, I don't need to be eating pita bread. I don't need to be eating anything extra. I've got to lose 5 pounds in, like, a week. And I'm going to do it through the power of tacos. Well, that was before dinner. I was very hungry before dinner. That's why I was still at work. I was very, very hungry. Oh, I'll show you guys what I ate for lunch. This is some of that, well, I ate some of the lentils recipe. I've talked about that before. So I took a little bit of that. I had some left over. I can't have it out. Of course it did. I have the ability to starve myself to the point of going to the hospital. I've done it before. I can do it again. Watch me. I am a fox on the wind. Watch how I frolic. I don't know. It's not my fault. I just started passing out. You fight? You can take a boat to America? You don't even know where I live. Probably. I already know how people are going to start stalking me. They're going to offer me cheese if I give them my address. I'm going to give them my address if I get cheese. They're going to send me cheese and they're going to show up with a gun or something. Or the cheese will be drugged. I would probably, if I started taking packages to people, I'd probably get a post office box. How much is a post office box these days? How big is a small box? How big is a box? I'd probably get the small one. Maybe medium? Small, medium? I'd probably get maybe a medium one. Alright, so I put in my zip code. I'd probably go for this one. This is pretty close. $382 a year. That's not too bad. What about the smaller one? Alright, 244 for size 2. 192, let's see. Yeah, I guess medium would be probably about the right size. I don't think I need large, but it's only like, I mean... Oh, so I don't actually need it. Like, it's only if it's too large, I can just go get extra small and go to the parcel thing, right? Hydrate, you got it. That's what that means, right? So if I have a box and I get something too big, it just goes to the parcel locker and I just go for that. That's not too bad. $200 a year. I could definitely do that if I got like cheese and stuff. You missed. I mean, you hit me, but you didn't catch me. Is it? Possibly. This is a long wait. Maybe this healer's just chilling here. But here's the thing, if I got a post office box, I would have to... Ah! Oh. It's... How do they know it's food products? How do they know it's food? Brandon Fox. Oh, got Classic Fox. I would take it. Thank you. She's also hot. I'm dead. I got distracted. No, I'll just eat the cheese. Oh. He's not getting the second one out. I hope that's not it. That felt too easy, even though I did die. I think that's not it yet. Ow! I hit by both of them. Oh, I died. I got wrecked. I tried to move where it wouldn't hit anybody, but they moved with me. I did it! So which one do you guys like more, the guy or the girl? But both is good. Both is excellent choice. Yeah, I was supposed to be the guy. One thing. I want everything. I want everything! Got the minion. Oh yeah, that's the victory dance for the character. Tail's very expressive. I like expressive tails. We have been looking into how to make my tail more expressive in the models, but unfortunately it's very hard. There you go. Here's your better look. Check. Love the boots. That's a cool outfit, too. I can see wearing something like that. Not out in public, probably, because it seems like most of the back is exposed. Bleep. Failure. Bleep. Defeated. Oh, look at her eyes. I like that eye. I wanted to understand you, to assimilate your strength. Soft fuzz is the key. I see now where I have erred. Alpha, your gesture serves no logical purpose. Pretty earrings, too. You are as incomprehensible as these mortals, plebe. But you did not fight them. How have you become like them? Omega, the animal you've seen us, the answer you search for, is our heart, our spirit, the intangible strength of one's soul. It's not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have learned more by standing with us, just as Alpha did. Heart. You speak of something more than... Oh, sorry. Heart. You speak of something more than what beats in your chest. Yang's back, baby. Did you miss me? You know you did. Not that I care. The inconsistent, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgard Sommer displayed it too, but such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. I'll bite that hand. I'll bite all of you. Deep projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return? Nay, Omega, I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. I have my reasons, okay? Don't question my reasons. I have reasons, and it's not because I like any of you, okay? Okay, got that? Got that. Good. Understood. It was a long and lonely path you traveled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone, anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult, not less so. But maybe if you have found your spirit, you'd find that there's friends all around, right here. Maybe you don't need to return home. Maybe you find home right here. I see. The stars. They are so pretty. I wonder, will I dream? Which is, I think I understand. The rift is destabilizing. Gosh, take me for a fool. I hadn't planned to pass defeating to Omega. Racefelger? Chief, Acadia, Alpha, hold on, we're coming! I was wondering where this got to. Wedge. And Biggs is with him, on the back of a huge dragon. Racefelger. Told you. I recognized him. There goes someone sent us to rescue you. Expeditions, wait, hop on, quick. Racefelger, wasn't it? Our thanks. She pulled us out of a very tight spot indeed. I've always thought that he looks kind of derpy with eyes pointing two different directions. Spare me thy pleasantries, mortal. I but lent my wings at the request of my sire. Ah, so Midgard somewhere has been watching over us. I would dare give thanks to him as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world. From all worlds. So just to cover what you guys don't, or what, if you're new, you don't know. Racefelgar was from the last expansion. So in ancient times, he fell in love with a mortal. And the mortal died, so he quit caring. And the children of the immortal betrayed the dragons. And attacked his brother. And so they took his brother's eyes. The dragon eyes are what gives him the power. And so in order to save his brother, he gave him one of his eyes. If I'm telling that correctly. And then he fell in love with another mortal, and that mortal also died, saving us. And so he doesn't want to help us, because he's heartbroken. Like me when my dog passed away. Because to a dragon, a human is basically a dog. In all the long centuries of my existence, this marketh the first occasion my father hath asked me of a boon. Has asked of me a boon. A gift of gratitude. I didn't ask for hugs. I'm going to take them, but I didn't ask for them. A gift of gratitude and mayhap of atonement for those who faced the deadly foe he left behind. I'm going to bite everyone. So I'm too nice to you, those people start thinking I like you or something. You gonna throw Legos at me? Joke's on you, I like Legos. Take that. You take my Lego? Don't you dare. Will he remain in slumber? Ow! Bite-sized cheese. I like it. And an apple too? Apples and cheese are good together. So you're only making me hungry. Making me more likely to bite people. So take that. Tis likely, little one. What is but a fleeting respite for my sire might last a lesser creature's lifetime. I failed to duck. I even that one. Yeah, I will admit I'm not the biggest fox in the world. Think you can catch me to box? Joke's on you. But let not thy heart be troubled. Even in dream, he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. I got two accommodations somehow. I think the accommodations I'm new. They know I don't know what I'm doing. I did okay. He is possessed of remarkable, devotion is mapped the closest word in the tongue of men. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars, across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire in his mane. When he at last arrived upon Heideland, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with his land an irreplaceable bond. Enough. I have spoken overmuch. But I will praise your victory as my father would surely wish to were he here. Bye, Racefelger. I wouldn't buy him. He's like 40 feet long. How are we doing on time? Do we need to run an ad? I've got 3.5 minutes. Waiting to run an ad. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. It's fortunate that Racefelger agreed to come for us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course, but I much prefer being live to celebrate the deed. Phew, I'm so glad we got you out of there. I don't know what I would have done if Racefelger hadn't come along. The situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to Yon to see if we could lend you a hand. Shurgen's orders be damned. That's when we saw the ether bubbling like hot water in a pot. Just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, that big surly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. Then he offered us a ride. And the rest you already know. This you'll be relieved to hear that Omega's gone and you lot are safe. I say we head straight back to Rocker Street to let everyone know the good news. We did good things, buddy. Alpha stared quietly into now into Yon. Where? So I actually know something about this that Fox doesn't. But I won't tell you about it just quite yet, because it's not time. But I will tell you about it, as long as I don't get swapped to Fox. As long as you don't swap me. So nobody dare hit that button. I have knowledge that Fox does not. Welcome back, Acadia. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. If ever there's another Omega, I'd wager it'll skip the experiments and go straight to generating some outcome of you. Not that I'd want that to happen. Besides, I don't think anyone could truly mimic your unique strengths. You're our one-of-a-kind hero. Does this mean that we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore? I am not amused. You shall pay for this. We don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore. Aye, all of its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we averted that particular catastrophe before it began. Acadia struck the killing blow, of course, but we never would have made it to that point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I'm sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. I'm sleepy, you can't see it because I'm a potato. Not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Lion Seekers are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. When every head of state is clamoring for a report, we can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? All of it. When it comes to the threat of Omega's magnitude, we have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you wanted to muddy the waters to spread knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands or something similar. I doubt anyone outside our particular circle would ever believe the tale. Experience taking place in a rift beyond dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from other worlds. And even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own, technology required is so as far beyond our reach as that terrible weapon's home star, a distant dream. Right, you heard the chief. We missed our chance on the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Now to be everyone who's standing idle and get moving on those reports, don't forget to contact the people still out in the field. Thank you, Jesse. I'll leave things in you're capable. Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Akela did all the fighting and Alpha did all the running, but surely you have energy to spare. Who exactly do you expect to sign off on these official reports? Even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that's grown arse high to an args while you've been tending this whole Omega business. Most importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? I should probably head over to the infirmary right away. You know, you should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's a way to properly reward you for all you've accomplished. But I'll see what we can do. I'm just glad to have everyone back in one piece. Take care of yourself, Kalia. What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're in your own chocobo now. You can do whatever you want. Anything at all. You want to go outside? Did you have some place in mind? Oh, Wedge, get those Lollifield legs moving or I'll leave without you. They have a little bit of knees. On my way. Quah! Alpha seems eager to see what Roger's Reach has to offer. Let's pause right here. I'm gonna go brush, and then we'll be right back, okay? We brush. I'm gonna run the ad for Fox, just in case. I'll be right back. Alright, gang is back. We still got time left. Why did I run it for so long? Foolish. Foolish Yang. I mean, I did it intentionally. I didn't come back early because I missed you guys or anything. So don't start thinking that. Don't you dare start suggesting that either. Alright, 7 seconds. I'm hungry. Should I go for a walk? Quack, quack. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Rogers Reach with great interest. Where? Where? Near's not here? Mark? No, Chief. He said he was in town away for recuperation, and then he left. Recuperation? His wounds must be troubling him more than they let on. Here you go. He asked me to give you this. Was this a receipt for payment? I see you, Pixels. Who you calling a tsundere? It covers costs for the following items: additional machine parts, implements, supplemental reference publications, expense incurred in upgraded magic armor and gunhammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence. But it also includes a large sum listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in your name, Master Garland. Find him. I want everyone searching for Nero right now. Everyone! Just remember, if you switch me off, you won't get the new information, okay? Fox doesn't know, so she won't be able to tell you. Alright, Fox is back. What's going on, guys? Did you have fun with gang? Where? Alpha appears to sense the solemn purpose of this place. I just don't pat my arousal for a sudden melancholy. Give me a little pat. Oh, I did not get close at all. Where? So what was Jane going on about, like, telling you guys stuff? Oh, hello. What are you two up to? Taking sights, were you? By the look of things, you're eager to venture a little further afield. Well, if Kate has no problem with it, then neither do I. Just don't go too far, alright? Not good enough? I'm sorry, Alf. We're all a bit too busy to show you around the fridges right now. I'm not too sure about sending you out there alone. Cookie? Oh, I'll take a cookie. No. When you think about it, this world is clearly new to Alpha, and all he's done so far is travel back and forth between the reach and beyond. I bet his head is filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk. He wants to go on an adventure. Alpha's not some helpless chick, Biggs. He's stronger than you or me, and I wish I was half as brave. He should be allowed to. Listen, I'm going to talk to the Chief about this. You're an employee, so there are certain rules you have to follow. I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. As I said, we've all got important jobs to take care of, the Chief included. Can you wait a little longer? Okay, would you mind keeping Alpha company until we get back? I promise we'll be quick. Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I managed to clear away the most pressing matters. And then Alpha, I hear your heart set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure, but you aren't leaving because you think you tricked us into the rift, or because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? I would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world, I think the experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, his potential to learn was hobbled by hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to go as he pleases. Farewell, Alpha. As a chief engineer of Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Travel far and wide, taking everything these lands have to offer, but do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. Oh, that's sweet. Alpha, I miss you so much! You be careful out there. If anyone seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them, even if they offer you treats. What if it's cheese treats? And sniff, and make sure you greet folks with cheerful choir. They might not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean no harm. I'm sure you'll make new friends in no time. Just be yourself, you hear me? Eek, what in the house? Oh, we've got to shut it down. That's the model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. We built it while we were resting, thinking it might be useful for figuring out strategy or something. Not much use now, I suppose. What? You want to keep it? It's just a toy that'll follow you around. If you're happy with that, then it's all yours. Yay! A traveling companion. Oh, they're cute together. And off they go. I'll miss those guys. Wonder if we'll ever see them again. Probably not, though. Great journey, G Alpha. Take care. Goodbye, friend. Thank you, Acalia. I'm off to see the world. Did he talk the whole time? Was he just messing with us? That's a movie trope where they pretend they don't speak English and they speak English the whole time, and then they find out like 2 hours in, oh yeah, they spoke English the whole time, they just didn't want to talk to you. Something miss? That's strange. Echo never allowed you to understand it before. This is a theory, mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's first voice in the first place, then does not follow that the reason you hear it now is... Hi, a little miracle, and it explains the sudden urge to travel. For a newborn soul, this world is brimming with unseen wonders. There's a book I read one time. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I'll tell you in a minute. Do you get a montage of Alpha running with Omega behind him? There's Nero. And so your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my old friend with next? He looks so happy. An exploration montage. Run! The end. That's a good storyline. I like it. I wonder what Yin kept teaching you guys about. I don't know. But let me tell you the story. So, this is from a book I read one time. A book series, really. So, there's these two side characters that popped up every now and then in the series. And one of the later books in the series had one of them sitting at an inn. He had married a woman that already had kids. And his only job was to be a bouncer occasionally and move things when needed. Um, and he always sat in a chair on the balcony at sunset and watched the sunset over the ocean. And it was a peaceful life, you know, and it was noisy because the kids and running in and stuff. And so then the other guy comes up and they have a conversation. It's like, you know, hey, we got adventures to do. You want to go? It's like, no, you know, I'm content here. I've got my wife, the kids, you know, and the sunsets over the ocean, you know. And the friend says, well, you know, there's other sunsets to behold. And is it really that quiet here? And, you know, there's like a crash room and there's like a kids break things. And he ends up deciding to go on the trip, the two of them. I think for the pets. So they go on the trip. And at one point, I think for the pets. At one point, they've journeyed pretty far. And they're out there and they go to look at the sunset. And hi, Rowan. Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. How's your stream? I saw you playing Power World. I'm doing well. I was just telling a story. How are you? Thank you for the raid. Brandon Fox. We got the Hornet White. Alright, so anyway, so they're watching the sunset, and this giant golden dragon, or no. Oh, what happens is this girl they met earlier, just a young girl. They didn't really talk to them. They met her there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, get some food, relax a bit. Probably a good idea. And this girl just walks out, and she's not wearing any clothes, I believe, if I recall correctly. And they're kind of torn between looking away and not looking away. And then she turns into a giant dragon, a golden dragon, and flies off into the sunset. And then later on, much later on, the guy who had been living at the inn was wounded in battle, and he ended up, you know, sitting with his friend again, you know, mortally wounded. And he says, you know, I have no regrets. There are such amazing wonders. You were right, my friend. There's such amazing things to behold. This is a golden dragon, and he just passes away. It was a kind of a sad moment for my childhood. But it's one of those things that there's a lot of stuff to see. Staying at home is safe. You know, you're probably not gonna be mortally injured in battle at home. Probably not. But you'll miss out on the best things. Like, you can have good things. And I'm learning that myself, because as you guys know, I spent some time depressed and not wanting to really leave my house, and I'm trying to fix that. I'm traveling more. I've already gone on one trip this year. I'm going on another trip soon. I'm going on another trip next year, early next year. But it's not safe. I mean, I've had some sad moments. I've had some good moments. I've met new people that, you know, they're friendly. I was always afraid to like meet people and to like let people know the real me. But the more people I meet, the less afraid I am, because so far the reaction I've always expected, which was, you know, I don't want to talk to a fox. Like, what are you doing? You're not human. Go away, you demon, monster, whatever. That hasn't happened yet. Yeah, you gotta grind it out. You gotta have that money to go on vacation. Vacations are expensive. Alright, so let's see what else we got. I said there's Eureka. We're not gonna do Eureka. I know there's another raid. Oh, wait, we gotta finish this off, don't we? Is that all? That's not bad. Glad I met you too, Jack. Bye, Rowan. Thank you for the raid. Have a good evening. Hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. There's so much danger out there for one little choke blow. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Knowing no such things are not productive in the least. Yeah, so far, like, I've got to look at the hotel cost for my next trip. Not the upcoming one, but the later one. Because, it's going to be a little bit different. I have 2 rooms right now for $2,600 total. That I'm paying for. So, but it was going to be 4 people, but now there's only 3 people. So I'm wondering if 4 is actually necessary, or if we can't do something. It's not so bad. I'm actually, so I am expecting that trip to cost way more than that. But I've already bought the tickets, so I got the tickets. That was like, that's on this credit card bill. This credit card bill is going to hit $4,000. So, that's going to be fun this month, paying that off. I'm going to try to put it off till after my trip. I don't have to pay it till middle of December. I've been paying my credit card bill earlier and earlier and earlier. So I think I'm going to delay 2 weeks and get an extra paycheck in, and that'll help. And then I'll just be paying it closer to on time. Instead of a month early, I'll be paying it like 2 weeks early. I'm sure it'll be fine. Dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject, like your long-awaited bonus? We drain the coffers to fund your expedition. Why settle for a coin when you can have the latest automaton technology? That's right, we're giving you a premium mammoth. One-of-a-kind master model for merchandise copies constructed with our patented ironburst quality. I present to you the Clockwork Alpha. Whatever you bring out on your travels may remind you of the real Alpha. Playing along under some distant sky, just thought it brings a smile to my face. Then the free advertising. Did we also get one of those things, or did we already use it? Oh, I got some music too. Oh, is that what Yang was gonna tell us earlier, and that I didn't know? Oh, I see. Haha, gang, we found out anyway. Take that. Trying to bribe people to keep me away? Beep, initializing welcome. How may I assist you today? Beep. Good evening, valued employee. Thank you always for your tireless efforts. Why are you bonking me? Yang's the one that did it. You bonked the wrong person. As far as having an issue, we bring you to phase 3 of our Mending Melody section selection. Today's competition is beep beep. Beep. Greetings, Alpha Group. Do not be alarmed. This recording is being transmitted the instant prior to my irreversible dissolution of form. I will have already ceased to exist. Well, you're just bonking me for now. What'd I do? My independent defeat has initiated a pinpoint analysis of mortal customs, and numerous examples throughout history demand that the victor of a contest, such as we have fought, is due some manner of reward. Though my directives make no mention of remuneration, I have calculated that the risk of neglecting long-held protocol results in a non-zero probability of bloop beep. At the time of this transmission, I lack the requisite temporal and etheric resources to produce a material prize. Instead, I will provide you with an alternative of inestimable value, your combat data. It is highly probable that you already possess a record of your battle performance. As such, I have enhanced your basic encounters with supplemental data to provide a more stimulating experience. These enhanced encounters would be impossible in reality, but simulations can be sufficient to nurture your continued evolution. This will be my last and only message to you. Bleep. Transmission ended. Beep. Unscheduled transmission. I have learned that your automatic memory processing and data simulation function is known as streaming. While I was unable to assimilate your self-described strength of soul, extensive observation of mortal behavior has provided me with insight into suitable phrases for myriad situations. Thus, in anticipation of your forthcoming sleep cycle, I bid you good night and sweet dreams. Beep. Well, she learned in the end that fighting everything is not the answer. And sometimes you need to make friends. I'm also getting cold. I think I need to go get my hoodie soon. Maybe. How much time I got? Yeah, look, I'm getting my hoodie. I'll be back. Okay, put on my hoodie. It's fine, I'm just a little bit chilly. I don't have any text or anything, do I? Nope, no text. Good. Okay, what do we have now? I thought there was a 24-man raid, too. I bet that's in the other town. There's another town, wasn't there? Oh, let's see. Was there another town that we had? There was, Kugani. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, where is it? Oh, it is Kugani. Okay, I was actually thinking of the other Alamigo. I was thinking of Alamigo. Is the other raid actually here? Which one is it? Or do you do all of them? Dramatis Persona. That looks like it. Okay. Welcome, lady. There's a young maiden here who will speak with you. Do we know her? She seems familiar. Miss, the adventure has arrived. I like her hat. And here she is, liberated both Doma and Amigo in the flesh. I'm Lena Murila? Correspondent for the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. She's cute. But does small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance she'd pass by. She got really lucky. No, I'm here because actually it's especially heard it from Alma, but I'm but an observer. Alma, come, I found her. Oh, I love that dress. This is the adventurer of whom you spoke? What, for the hats? Yeah, all most of the hats that are for, And the cloak, too. Yeah, there's a lot of cute. Yeah, most of the hats for Mikote and the rabbit girls have ear slots. Not all of them. There's actually some helmets that have like metal ears that stick up. Indeed it is. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You are his only hope. What am I, Obi-Wan Kenobi? It's alright, Alma. You're attracting unwanted attention. Might I suggest change of venue? We'll await you before the Prima Vista. The theater barge has a berth at the airship landing. I'll also say this, on a note, I'm hungry right now, which is why I'm thinking about this. But, usually in the past, when I've gotten too low weight for too long, I get cold, which I mean, it's cold because it's winter. But also I tend to get low blood sugar after a while. It's up or down, you think? Up. And I haven't got low blood sugar since, it's been a while. I sometimes get it anyway, but if I start getting it multiple times, then I know this, my weight needs to go up. As I said before, I think it's better we continue this conversation in privacy of the young lady's barge. It's not that I don't trust anyone here, it's simply that I don't trust anyone here. Kikar Minigumo has been instructed to look out for you. In the future, speak with him when you wish to gain admission to the docks. Oh, it's fine. I know what to do. So I eat peanut butter at home. I used to eat peanut butter at work, but I don't really get low blood sugar at work much. Because I never go that long without eating at work. I eat breakfast before I go, and then I have lunch, and then I come home. Thank you for coming, Acalia. Probably wondering why I'm summoning you to an airship, and a guardian one at that. I'm to explain to the shuttle. Random Fox. We have Shrine Fox? It is Shrine Fox. That's a nice dress, too. Previously served as both stage and home to the Majestic Imperial Theater Company. You can keep that dirk in your drawers. No one here is a member of the Imperial Army, nor are there any spies in the troop. At least no known spies. Ask anyone, though, who readily attest that Majestic Imperial Theater Company are the finest practitioners of dramatic arts to be found anywhere on the three great continents and beyond. They have admirers throughout the Empire and its territories and even boast a sizable following in Redania. It's my assignment to their story. It's little known fact, outside of Garlemald at least, that the late Emperor was a devoted patron of the arts who supported various theater troops to the tune of much coin. Indeed, Celis was so enamored of the Majestic players that he ordered the construction of this very airship. A troop might perform in every corner of the Empire. When his grandson took the throne, however, everything changed. Now, all theater troops, domestic and foreign, must submit their works for approval by the Central Imperial Board of Censors. If a play is deemed vulgar or inflammatory, it is banned and the troop denied the writs of transit. Worst offenders? Well, they are never heard from again. This policy has effectively left playwrights with one of two options. Compromise their creative integrity to curry favor with its radiance, or put down their quills altogether. The principal of the Majestic, however, chose the third option, to express his disapproval of the new Emperor's policies obliquely, in ostensibly unpolitical works. Pray forgive me for my earlier outburst. I am Alma Bast Lexingtail, daughter of Principal Genomus Canson Lexingtail. Have you heard of my father's latest play, the Zodiac Brave story? On the surface, it is an innocent retelling of a well-known Garland fairy tale, hardly worthy of the censor's attention. But beneath is something totally quite different. A fact the censors failed to spot when they approved the manuscript for public performance. The play quickly became a huge success. The common folk loved his fantastical story, while the learned classes appreciated his true message. By the time the Imperial Board of Censors realized their mistake, it was too late. No longer in a position to prohibit the performance outright without admitting fault, they took aim at the company's purse strings instead. Before long, noble patrons began to withdraw their support, fearing to be associated with the troupe. And by the end, even the learned felt compelled to feign ignorance. By bleeding the majestic of their funding, the censors robbed them of their voice. I got a little pain in my stomach now. I'll be alright, though. It has nothing to do with hunger. Probably. That's what he does. And none of this made it any clearer as to why I'm here, right? Allow me, Nino. Wait, when did Sid get here? I've known Genomus since we were students at the Magic Academy. When I heard his daughter was in Kugane looking to enlist the aid of an adventurer, I felt compelled to give her your name. Sorry if not announced myself sooner, old friend. Genomus and I were from different worlds, but that only served to fuel our friendship. Many were the nights we would prattle on in the wee small hours, warm flagons of repeated ale numbing our minds to those naive ideologies. And no matter where our conversation began, it would invariably end with him telling me how he was going to change the Empire from the inside out. The truth was to be his path to the people's hearts. Even if the Empire forced him from his home, Genomus never gave up hope that this work might change the world. Even if the Empire forced him from his home, Genomus never gave up hope. Okay, no. Art will ever strain against artificial bounds and borders, man-made walls and misguided wars. It's in such times of uncertainty that we must needs embrace our calling and take the skies so others might do the same. What I'm trying to say, rather poorly I concede, is that not all guardians are honed from the same stone. Hewn? Just as there are those who pledge their lives to the Empire and would never think to question the authority of its leaders, there are those like Alma's father and myself whose love for their country does not blind them to its flaws. Still, try selling that sack of sunflower to an Almegan or a Dolman who has watched his family consumed in the flames of magic reefer. How many Eorzean adventurers do you think would leave with the opportunity to help an Imperial search for a missing father? And in Garlean territory, no less. But you're different. You've seen enough to know that the line between good and evil is not defined by race, color, or creed. What say you? I can never turn my back on a damsel in distress. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Now to understand the nature of the task, perhaps Alma could provide some insight as to where we might begin our search. Shortly before my father disappeared, he began work on his next play, a successor to the Zodiac Brave story. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Please follow me. Through adventure and hardship, young Delita, a boy of common blood, becomes a hero, accompanying the birth of the mythical kingdom of Ivalis. That's where the story ends. There are no records of anything that follows. Was Principal Genomus simply going to invent something? My father believed that he had discovered evidence of a second hero, one whose efforts went largely unnoticed, but without whom Delita would never have risen to the throne. His was the next tale he wanted to tell, the true Zodiac Brave story. A second hero. According to my father's studies, this young man was one of Delita's closest friends and confidants. That is, until the untimely passing of Delita's sister forced the two to part ways. Yet the unnamed hero continued to provide aid to his friend by thwarting the machinations of those who scheme against Delita, thus paving the way for the pauper's rise to regent. You must forgive me, but I've never heard anyone make such claims. How exactly did your father come by this information? That is a long story. One which begins and ends with Genomus becoming lost in the very legend he sought to lay bare. Even as far back as our academy days, Hylas had Genomus firmly in his grasp. He flatly refused to believe the story was just a fairy tale. And so, when he was finally driven out of Garlemald, it was only natural that he should choose this of all places as his refuge, was it not, Alma? That's correct, Master Garland. It has long been my father's belief that the ruins of ancient Ivolus lie beyond Nagaxia, buried beneath the sands of the Dalmasca Desert. For Dalmasca, the kingdom prospered and developed in isolation for countless generations, until the Empire came calling. When not touring, my father organized expeditions into the Dalmasca Desert to search for proof of Ivolus' existence. I have trouble talking. Sometimes he would bring back strange artifacts, ancient tomes, and crystals unlike any others. My father called them auracite and claimed they were vital to proving his theories. This is one such crystal. Why, the 12 is magnificent. Ivolisian legend tells of crystals bequeathed by the gods to those who would be kings. It was during his quest to gather auracite that young Delita rises to prominence. I must have heard the tale 1,000 times from my nursemaid. That's all it ever was, a tale. My father would often tell us how the auracite spoke to him. At the time, we assumed he was speaking figuratively, that the stone's beauty roused his muse. Then he began to act strangely. How so? Following our arrival here in Hingashi, my father spent most of his time closer to his chambers, poring over his past research, and though he was alone, we could often hear him in conversation. It was not uncommon for my mother to recite the lines as he wrote them. It soon became clear that this was something else. It was as if he was talking to my mother who passed several winters gone. Might this not have been out of mere loneliness, perhaps a straining for flight from Garlemald? Possibly. That would not explain the voices which answered him. It's a ghost! Alma, who are these people? I told you, I did not require any help finding father, especially from outsiders. Alright, he's clearly a child, so stop lusting over him. You know who you are. So good of you to join us, Ramza. Ramza, allow me to introduce. Enough, Master Sid. We may be shown by the Empire, but we are still Garleans, and we still have our pride, unlike some, it seems. We require neither the aid nor the pity of a foreign rabble. Have you forgotten where you are, brother? It is we who are the foreign rabble. This land and its customs are all but unknown to us. We would be fools to conduct our search without a proven guide. Your sister is right, Ramza. As for my good friend here, your mistrust is ill-placed. I will personally vouch for her character. The only time I've known her, she has never once done anything as insignificant as race or creed color her judgment. You are lucky to have her. But we would have you, Master Garland. Why did you refuse us? You know why. Until this affair of the Omega is resolved. Oops. I let me did out of order. My hands are tied. It pains me to refuse you and your sister, but it pains me far more to leave Genomus to his fate. I'm sorry. You need not apologize. I let my emotions get the better of me. After what happened in Robinastery, it may be time to admit we're out of our depth. My brother's last expedition met with a tragedy in the ruins of the capital city. He barely escaped with his life. The Empire turned Robinastery into a death trap. You were a fool to set foot there without a proper escort. I realize that now, Master Garland, but at the time I saw an opportunity to rescue your father, and I took it. Whatever led you to believe your father's in Damascus' capital? My father's fascination with Avalician legend began with a trip to the antediluvian city long before the war. Part of it is these words are really hard to say. Okay? Call it a premonition, but something tells me that that is where he returned. Now you must excuse me, I need some time to think. Then Alma, I shall leave you and your brother in Arcadia's capable hands. She has ever repaid my trust with interest. You would do well to grant her yours. Thank you, Master Garland. We will not forget this kindness. Master Garland seems to think highly of you, so I will withhold judgment until after Damascus. So tactics? What do you mean? What? I don't know what you're talking about. The name? What name? Him? Ramsay Bass Lexington. Oh, I don't know. I've never played tactics. Damascus is nestled in a forgotten corner of the Empire's outermost territories. I do not foresee any trouble from the standing army, but would suggest the community to remember the location used to the largest exits just in case. As to itself, the currents above Damascus are as wild as the land below. You may want to hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never played tactics. I don't think. I remember playing a game that was like Final Fantasy, but you, like... You, like, move soldiers onto, like, squares and fought things? I don't know. I kinda need to brush my tail, but the stream's almost over. So I don't really want to go in stream, or interrupt stream when we don't really have a lot of time left. What is the purpose of this couch? For one, the seats are far too long. Like, what's the back for? Like, who's gonna have legs long enough to sit and lean against the back? And second, why is it different sizes? It kind of reminds me of those ones that the Greeks used to, like, lay on. Like, so their head would be at this end and their feet would be down here. I guess. I guess it's wide enough so that more people can lay on it, too, I guess? I don't know. But if you're watching something, wouldn't you not want somebody in front of you blocking the view? We'll complete our descent to Rabanastra in the shuttle. It seems that way. Ramza! I thought I made myself clear, Alma. The capital seemed too dangerous. Father would never forgive me if I were to lose you trying to rescue him. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, everyone here is kind of small, on the small side. I mean, she's a child, he's a teenager. I mean, she might be a teenager too. She's young teen, he's older teen. I'm an adult, but I'm about the same height as him. Maybe even shorter. She's also an adult. She's shorter than me too. Come, we're wasting time. Royal City of Rabanastra. Yep. There's a lot of cute outfits in this game. I still gotta decide what I'm gonna cosplay as when I go. I've got one outfit picked out, but I need two. Because it's a 2-day event. According to my father, Rabanastre was already a thriving city some 1,000 years ago. After performing several private excavations beneath the so-called Desert Sapphire, my desert, my father came to the conclusion this is not the first settlement to stand here. Then your father believes that Rabanastre had stopped the royal city of Lasalia, the capital of Ibelis? If that's true, it could change history. We would be famous. Famous? Are you sure you don't mean rich? Pa, you're kind of all alike. Parasites growing fat on the sweat and suffering of others. Bold words for a boy of but 16 summers. Told you. And what, pray tell, have I done to deserve such spite? I wish to learn the truth behind the disappearance of the Empire's foremost playwright. If that leads to you something bigger, well then, I would be the worst reporter in the realm if I did not pursue it. It's too quiet. Yes, we can worry about this now, or we can return to Vista and report to our army of adventurers. Then it's time to begin the expedition. I almost suggest the latter. Yeah, they're very cute. I wonder if I have them too. Do all the Mikos have them? Or is that an option? Kyrell would know. You see, it is as I said, brother. Let them come to us. Should we kill them now? No, the time's not right. When's that stopped us before? Fool, do you see that one? Slayer of Gods, they call her. Warrior of Light. I am the danger. I probably have time for this raid, and then we gotta call it for the night. Especially depending on how long it takes to get in. What else can we do? So anything else interesting happened? My throat's not sore anymore. Also, my stomach pain is kind of going away. Yeah, so it should be about right. I'm tempted to go brush real quick. But it looks like our party's filling up. It's gonna be short healers. Only mooncats have fangs. I'm a sun cat? Am I a sun cat? Where did I see that? Yep, I'm a sun cat. Can I change that to mooncat, or is that like not doable? Can I look the same and still be a mooncat and be a mooncat instead? I think mooncats are usually darker though. I do, but I just don't know if it's possible. Wait, why did this happen? Oh, crap. I still had Alpha selected. Oh, crap. Yeah, this probably isn't happening. "24 minutes. There is next time. I guess I could call it early. It's either call it early or run super late, because... Okay. We'll withdraw. Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone. We'll just call it here. As I said, I probably need to sleep a little bit better to try to make sure I don't get sick, because that stupid person won't stay home when he's sick. Just keeps coming to work coughing all over everything, and sound like he's gargling rocks, and then standing behind me breathing on me. It's very frustrating. I'm glad. So good night, everyone. Sleep well, have good dreams. May your week be blessed. And know this, if things are bad, they will get better. And there's not a thing you can do to stop it. I remember nothing. I'm useless. Good night, everyone. Box out. Night night.